Welcome to the birthplace of pro football, Canton, Ohio, as we join from Fatherhood Festival Field in Canton, Ohio, as the Canton Classics welcome in the Louisiana Revolution. Good evening, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northup, and joining me in the broadcast booth this week is Ramos Lynn. How you doing, Ramos?
I'm doing great, Colin. It's great to do a game with you. And it's always awesome to pair up with you. And I think we're going to have a really good football game, a couple of really good offenses, and two teams that have a lot to prove here in season 21.
Louisiana had a close come-from-behind victory over Atlanta a week ago. Canton, well, they were a goal line touchdown away from beating Jacksonville. Both teams looking to continue on the right path, as Gary Burney, and Gary Clem return home to Canton as members of the opposing squad. The kickoff is Otis Boudreau for Louisiana. We are underway. This will be down in the end zone. Ball will come out to the 20, and we're going to first look at Scar Patterson and the rest of the Classic offense.
This field, having hedges along the wall, is inspired by the University of Georgia, which Ray Donaldson has enshrined it at their Hall of Fame. Very creative to use the wall as hedges and honoring one of their members.
Donaldson, of course, a longtime NFL player, won Super Bowl 30 with the Dallas Cowboys, as Scar Patterson's first pass will be knocked down incomplete. And the knockdown made by the Revolutionary Dante Grimm, number 47. For Canton on offense, Robert Johnson's the halfback. Kane Hunter is the other halfback. Tonto Rivera is the fullback. Wide receivers are Ryan Owens, Andrew Gibson, Al Dillapre Sr., Bob Lung, and Mike Twinscrew. Tight end is Jack Wall. We'll get to the offensive line after this play, which is the 2nd and 10. Patterson up under center. Made some adjustments. Now he's back to throw for pass attempt number 2. Fires down the field and caught for the first down past the 45. That's Al Dillapre Sr. on the reception.
As we see the first Moss catch of the day. 50-50 ball here by Scar Patterson, and the taller Al Dillapre Sr. getting up and catching the football.
Tackle made by Rollman Hood. He's joined in the secondary by Evan Arthur at the other corner. Nathan Blake is the free safety, along with Dante Grimm, Tank Bennett, and Jeff Malinishin round out the other safety group. We'll get to the linebackers in the front four after this play, which is a Robert Johnson toss. Tackle made on the play by one of those linebackers, number 41, Gary Clem. He's joined on the outside by Blake Becraze, Chuck Diesel inside, and the young man Timothy Welbrock Bussy, number 42, on the inside. Footbacks, change of the play by Patterson. Back to throw, has a clean pocket, fires, it's complete. This is Bob Lung, number 85, on the reception for another Canton first down, Ramos.
Yeah, a very good throw in between the zone defense of the linebackers and the safeties. A really good corner route ran by the tight end. Good coverage, but not good enough. Tank Bennett comes in a little bit late to provide the hit.
The offensive line for Canton. Jacques LePancake at left tackle. Right tackle is Max Van Linge. Adam Chance and Gert Lord are the offensive guards. They'll be blocking Brian Craven and Gary Burney at defensive end for the Louisiana. As that run by Johnson is stuffed for no gain. Burney in on the tackle, number 75. He's joined by Neil Rivers and Chance Wall at the defensive tackle spots. Second and 10, Patterson. They'll operate with two receivers to the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a Patterson pass. He has to fade back in the pocket a little bit. No, take off and run. Scar Patterson picks up 5 as he slides down short of the 30 at about the 35.
A really good scramble puts yourself into a 3rd and manageable situation. Still out of field goal range, but 3rd and 5, much easier to convert than a 3rd and 10.
Now they flip the formation. Still out of the eye. Patterson back to throw. Fires down the field. Catch is made. Out to the senior. It'll be a first down at the 20, just short of the 15.
That's the second time that Patterson puts the ball in between 2 different defenders. Hal did a pre-senior with his second catch of the drive. This one a beauty as well on the post route, stealing an interception for Tank Van. Excuse me, Grimm.
Patterson now. That was a 23-yard hookup as the toss out to Johnson. Second carry of the drive, and he'll pick up about 3 to make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, really good job mixing the run here on first down as well. It's been mostly a Scar Patterson with his passing, but now the running game providing some positive yardage.
Here's Patterson operating out of F-wing Joker since Dillapre in motion. Patterson, of course, joining this classic squad from San Diego where he threw for a both ton of yards as Johnson goes up the middle. Make it 3rd and short. 3rd and 2, Ramos.
Yeah, and the whole playbook is wide open for you, even though the field has shrunk on you a little bit. 3rd and 2 is going to be very telling on what Canton does. If they run the football, I think it's because they're willing to go for it on 4th down, and it's a heavy package.
2 tight ends, 1 receiver. Patterson toss to Johnson. Outruns the coverage and into the end zone. First touchdown of season 21 at home for Canton is Robert Johnson finds Pater.
And the defender overplayed the football right there, Colin. He thought he was going to be able to get the ball and run with it, and concentrated so much on the football right there. Number 41, Clem, overplays the ball, and that leaves the field wide open for the running back for a score.
Rob Amps to try the extra point attempt. Charles Brown is the punter, and that concludes the starting lineup for the offensive players for the Classics. As the extra point is good, that's a 10-play, 79-yard drive taking up 3 minutes, 39 seconds of time, and that man, Robert Johnson, scores the first TD of the game.
Yeah, perfect drive to start the game off for the Classics. You could not have done any better than that, for sure.
As Ems kicks away, if you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join Community button and begin your career or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. And trust me, there are plenty of things you can do besides being a player or a coach. You can do content or broadcasting like I'm doing right now with Ramos. Here's the handoff to the running back. That is Cameron Collier, the fullback, lined up at tailback. He's tackled by Mark Gronick. And let's introduce you to this Canton defense. Chris Porter is the defensive end, along with Mike All. Ella Volt and Jabril Kurse are the defensive tackles. Mark Gronick, Dimitri Montezuma are the inside backers. Ace Singletary and Kevin Brackett are outside. Collier again up the middle. Plows his way to set up a 3rd and 3 situation. Evan Lacey, Connor Darien, Frank Bernstein, along with Joshua Durr, Kanye Rockefeller, and King Jamal are the secondary players. Dami Utah back to throw. His first pass attempt. He's gone in the wrong way. Finally unloads the ball. He's got a man wide open. And that's caught for the first down. That's Liam Hammer, number 17.
Wow. He dropped back for like 55,000 yards and still found his wide open receiver. It's only single high safety coverage in a 4-4 defense. Rockefeller just cannot cover the entirety of the field that deep. And a beautiful play by Louisiana to put him close to scoring range.
Tommy Utah, in his 5th season, he's got 2 rookie running backs behind him in Dwayne Salmons and Chris Grant Jr. Both picked within the top 15. Collier against the handoff picks up 3 yards to set up 2nd and 7. Lyric Da Vinci, Liam Hammer are the wide receivers. Adam Banks, who comes over from Minnesota, is among them as well, along with Reggio De Niro. Levy Lease and John Michael Sudduth are the tight ends. As Utah's back to throw, fires down the field. Oh, it's going to be caught, but then dropped. Da Vinci had his hands on it, but ultimately Mark Gronick forces the 3rd and 7.
Perfectly timed hit by Mark Gronick. The league now, referees a little bit harsher on pass interference penalties, so the defense has to do a better job at doing timely hits.
3rd and 7, Utah back to throw. Clean pocket. Fires down the field. Tipped in. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. De Niro, the intended receiver, unable to come up with the ball. And let's see what the Revolution elect to do. Vita Lee is the punter. And they will send the punt team out. So 3 and out for the Classics. 4.5 point underdogs at home. But they're over under 41.5. So they fielded inside the 5 and brought up to the 14-yard line. That is Mike Twinscrew on the return. And that's where Canton will take over.
Yeah, on that one, a little bit of no man's land with the ball at the 35-yard line. It was a little bit too long to go for it, even though they could have tried it. And Canton will start near the back of their own end zone, but they had a sensational drive to kick this thing off, and they got a lot of confidence.
First and 10 from the 14-yard line. Patterson, he's 2 of 5. Completed both passes to Al Dilfer Sr., but Robert Johnson's been putting in the work, and he picks up 4 yards on that play thanks to some nifty footwork.
4 on the play. Robert Johnson really having a strong start of today's ball game already with a touchdown on an outside carry.
Now single back, receiver lined up tight to the wing. As the give off to Johnson, breaks it. Ooh! Tackle made by Tank Bennett. Sets up a 3rd down.
Tank Bennett, one of the, if not the only player still from those New Orleans Pharaoh days. The team rebranded, and he stayed with the team, has led the team in tackles before. Actually, I think has led the league in tackles in one of the seasons past.
Patterson back to throw, fires down the field, has Twinscrew open, and he finds him downfield for a 1st down for the Classics.
They've been so good converting on 3rd down into 1st downs so far in this game. And speaking about strong, Scar Patterson, a QBR of 118.7 already with over 100 yards here in the 1st quarter.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Patterson under center. Outside again to Johnson. But this time, Gary Clem stops him before he can get very far. Only a pickup of 2.
Probably a little bit generous on that spot. Really good play by the defense, as they probably will keep it on the run here on an I formation, but we'll see.
Second and 8, Patterson. To throw, down the field, catch made Jack Wall, who had a touchdown last week against his former team, hauls one in here for the first.
I really love how Canton is spreading the ball around everybody. You know, Johnson with several carries. We saw Twin Screw. We saw, everybody. Now Jack Wall. They're moving the ball at will so far here in the first quarter of play.
Here's Patterson. Turns, gives to Johnson. Follows the block and is brought down after pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Very unpredictable so far, Colin. A lot of runs, a lot of passes. Robert Johnson now with 5 rushing attempts. Scar Patterson also having a field day so far.
Has the 1 touchdown, 4.5 yards a carry, just along a 14. Gets another carry here. Ooh, nearly got the first down. And in fact, they will give it to him based on forward progress.
Yeah, forward progress, I think it's a good call. On first down now, getting inching closer to field goal range. But again, Canton's offense has been so good. And Louisiana has really no answer for it.
Same formation as before. Johnson gets the carry, has to weave through traffic. Broke 1 tackle, gets the first down and more as he gets past the 20 before darting out of bounds. First down, Canton.
Wow. Again, great blocking on the outside. Rivera involving the defender. A lunging effort by the defender doesn't get there, and Russ Grimm courts the running back out of bounds. This is a sensational start of the game by the Classics.
Fast moving first quarter too, approaching under a minute rather quickly as Patterson hits up under the center again. Staring at a nickel defense with 5 DBs, gives off to Johnson. Johnson breaks a tackle and keeps the leg churning forward for 5 more yards. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats, leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Footballership. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. Patterson again under center, sends the other, that is Bob Lung, in motion. As Patterson lofts this one over the middle, catch made. First down to Jack Wall, and it'll be 1st and goal.
That's just a mismatch. I mean, Jack Wall being a tight end against the corner easily gets the inside. It's like a basketball center against a point guard. And another 1st and goal.
Will they get one more play off before the end of the quarter? Quick look at 1. Yes, they do. It's a Robert Johnson handoff. And the big guy is in the end zone for the touchdown as time expires on the first quarter, his 2nd of the ball game.
Very impressive. And Louisiana's defense already here in the first quarter looking a little bit gassed. The defensive line is nowhere to be seen. And first contact isn't made until Grimm, the safety, puts a hand on the running back.
Rob M's on for the extra point. So 2 touchdowns in the first quarter by Canton. They have a couple score lead as it's 14-0. Following an 11-play, 88-yard drive, taking 4 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock. We played 1 quarter. It's 14-0. Canton out in front.
If someone is interested, the Ramos meter is all the way to Canton right now. An unbelievable first quarter by the home team.
Yeah, they definitely have the mojo on their side. As this ball goes over the head of the returner and out of the end zone, the ball will come out to the 20. And for the Revolution, Ramos, I keep waiting for those running backs to get involved. It was mostly that guy, Tommy Utah, throwing the ball. although Collier did get a few carries. Utah back to throw again. Fires complete. That is hammered diving grab. Picks up 4.
Yeah, Louisiana has to stay patient here on offense. Quick drag route is good to get your offense going. They really need a long drive that can have that can give the defense a rest.
He was 1 of 3 in the first quarter. That 23-yard completion to Emmer, the only good completion, who goes in motion to the bottom of your screen. Collier 10 yards on 3 carries with a long of 6. Thank you to Andrew Gibson and Joshua Durr, our statisticians. Dwayne Simmons gets the carry. He's stopped a yard short of the 6, and Ramos, that's good to see Simmons back and healthy. He's had trouble staying that way.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Chris Grant Jr. in the backfield now. As it looks like Simmons lined up in the fullback spot. Let's see what they go with here. 3rd and 1. Here's the get to Grant Jr. Hurdles over the defender. Picks up the first down before he's brought down by King Jamal.
Really good blocking here by the offensive line as they gave Grant the opportunity to go to the outside and pick up a first down.
First and 10, Utah. Up under center, now 2 of 4. He's got 3 in a pattern with Adam Banks in the slot. He's back to throw. Fires! Has hammered for the first down at the 45-yard line of Canton.
Both receivers wearing 17, making a dent on the opposing defenses. Dilapri Sr. with a really good start of the game, and now Hammer with a corner route gets in front of the corner, making the first down. Now Louisiana with a really good start here in the second quarter.
Nice tackle on the play, too, by Evan Lacey, wearing number 20. Split backs. Utah back to throw. Fades a little bit. Fires underneath. That is Da Vinci, who makes good yak after the catch and makes it 2nd and 3.
Now we'll expect another run here. Let's see who gets the football here. Strong.
You have a bevy of options. Looks like Simmons is deep in the eye with Collier. Here is the give to Simmons. He picks up the first down as he's tackled just short of the 30.
Per Gerald, Chris Grant is very good between the tackles. Simmons very good outside the tackles. This was a little bit of an off-tackle run. And another first down for the Refs.
Split backs again. Man in motion to the bottom of the screen. Utah. We now approach under 7 minutes to go. Is back to pass. Throws. Catch made. Da Vinci somehow pulled the rabbit out of his hat. I thought that was going to be intercepted.
Yeah, just over the outstretched arms of the defender as we're going to take a look at this replay. Looks like a bit of cover 2 and the safety a little bit too late to get to there, but the corner, not terrible coverage. He just overplayed the ball.
That's Connor Darien, number 21. As we get a 1st and goal. Deepest penetration by the Revolution thus far. Ball is at the 10-yard line. Just a little past the 10, I think, on the 9. As Simmons gets the ball, moves forward for a couple. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year and no one else gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Exciting stuff. They line up with 2 tight ends to one side. Give to Simmons and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Really good play. They went to the opposing side, to the weak side of the formation. The fullback offset to the right, but they went to the left, and good blocking by the left tackle and the left guard, especially. As Louisiana has a sensational drive to try to take the momentum away from the Classics.
Otis Boudreau on for the extra point. It's good. And we have a 14-7 game following a 9-play, 80-yard drive, taking up 3 minutes and 47 seconds. And Ramos, Canton looked really good in the first quarter, but Louisiana says, "We're not dead yet," to quote Monty Python, and score 7. Phil Sr. on the return gets tackled at the 21. Well, I have a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Classics wide receiver Bob Lung's Fantasy Football Expo, powered by NBC Sports Edge, returns to Canton, Ohio. On August the 11th through the 13th, the expo features the nation's top expert as well as special guest Des Bryant, who will be unveiling his new High Point fantasy game. It all goes down next weekend in Hall of Fame Village. You can visit your tickets at thefantasyfootballexpo.com. As the handoff to Johnson only gains about 2. Ramos, that's a very cool opportunity that Bob Lung's got going.
Yeah, agreed. And right now the Louisiana Revolution trying to stop a red-hot Canton offense. They go in a nickel.
Here to get to Johnson again. Has to burl over a couple of down linemen, but unable to gain anything going forward as Nathan Blake gummed up the works there, and it sets up a 3rd and 8.
Robert Johnson so far 15 carries, 67 yards, and 2 scores. But now it's a passing situation here for the home team.
Where will Patterson go to? He's had a bit of a hot hand when they've had to go to the air. Throw tipped and incomplete. Tipped away by the Revolution's number 22 on the play. An extra TB out there, and it'll be 4th and 8.
Yeah, big stop here by the Revs defense. They will get also very good field position.
Charles Brown on to punt, the undrafted rookie. His kick's away. This will be fielded at about the 35, up the middle, and down at the Revolution 45 is Reggio De Niro.
And for Louisiana, it has to be more of the same as the last drive. Just involve both running backs well.
Tommy Utah under center. Staring at a possible blitz, turns and gives off to Simmons, who picks up 5 yards, tackled short of the 50. It'll be 2nd and 5 as we're under 5 minutes to go. Chris Porter among the defenders to bring him down.
So far, a strong start of the, well, I was going to say start of the game, but so far a strong first half for Utah. Over 70% completion rate.
Here is the give to Simmons again. Runs over a defender. Gets his clock clean, but moves the chains forward. That's another 1st down.
Now Louisiana with the momentum of the game for sure. Canton still with the lead, but Louisiana has looked much, much better here in the 2nd quarter.
Tommy Utah, 5 of 7 for 64 yards. Through the air, he's back to throw for number 8, and he completes it. This one to Da Vinci for the 1st down, and the Revolution continue their march down the field.
That one a little bit of a dangerous throw, but a great catch by Da Vinci. Double coverage on that one. Ends in a 1st down. This game has gone in a blur, Colin. I mean, almost into the 2-minute warning already.
Yeah, it's It's a blink and you miss it kind of thing. As Collier lines up in the backfield at 3-point stance. Utah fires underneath. That is Da Vinci again, picks up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Evan Lacey, who's been busy, records another tackle.
Really good poise right there by Utah. Not a big play, but 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here's the handoff. Sammons is tackled by Joshua Durr. And no, that's King Jamal, number 22. Beg your pardon. It sets up a 3rd and 6. As Sammons is now 7 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. With that last carry, he's lined up in the backfield as the Revs go 3 wide. And in motion to the top is Da Vinci. Lines up on the top side of the formation. Utah back to throw. Fires that way. It's tipped and incomplete. Connier Rockefeller, the veteran, who's now calling the defense for these classics with the knockdown.
Yeah, fantastic play by the safety. Louisiana will be able to come away with a field goal attempt at least.
It's going to be a 45-yard attempt out of the leg of Otis Boudreau, one of the league's more reliable kickers. Snap. Spot. Kick is good. And we now have a 4-point deficit, as it's now 14-10.
Yeah, really good drive again for Louisiana. It was a shorter field than before, starting at the 45, and always, when you can come away with points, it's always good. Now, Louisiana outscoring Canton 10-0 here in the second quarter.
Boudreau to kick this off. Fielded at about the 5 is Al Dilliford Sr. Dilliford Sr. past the 30 will be knocked down at the 33.
And for Canton right now, it's a little bit of, run game. Try to run off the clock a little bit. See if you can come away with points before the end of the first half. Although, the receivers have been pretty good.
They go 3 wide. Tight end standing up rather than down in a 3-point stance. Patterson fades back to throw. Fires! Dilliford Sr. went up for it, but he was unable to hang on. 2nd and 10.
Another very well-timed hit by the defender. Bang, bang, but fair play.
Clock stopped at 2:43 to go in this first half of play. Colin Northrup, Ramos Lynn, Andrew Gibson, and Joshua Durr, our statisticians. Cameron Irvine, our executive producer extraordinaire and league commissioner. Back to throw as Patterson fires it out of the backfield. Catch made. That's number 24 for the Classics. That's Tantiano Rivera, the fullback. Gets a first down.
Really good play. It's almost like a pitch or a toss, but going forward as the receivers work to set up a lane for Rivera to run through. Almost like a screen as well.
Yeah, it's more like that classic West Coast long handoff sort of thing. As you see the numbers for Patterson. Already at 114 yards and 7 of 10 passing. Pitch out to Johnson. Stiff arms Clem, but is brought down after hiccup of only 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
That should take us to the 2-minute warning as well.
And it looks like you will be correct, Ramos. We've reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Gar Patterson and the rest of the team line up on this 2nd and 7 play. The Epling Joker chooses to give out to Johnson, cuts back, has a lane, and Dante Grimm finally brings it down at about the 45-yard line, but not before he gets the first down.
Really good lane again, a full highway for Robert Johnson to run through as he gets close to 100 yards in the game, just in the first half alone.
I tell you, this offensive line, they've been putting in a work against a defensive line last week that collected a bunch of sacks versus Atlanta. So far, they've been quiet. Rivera is the one going in motion. Pitch out to Robert Johnson. Ethan Blake says, no, sir. Lost the one.
Really good play by the defender. Rivera, unfortunately, couldn't get to the defense fast enough. A really good play by the defender either way. 4 wide receivers and a tight end.
Here's a rollout by Patterson. Lofts it down the field. Oh, a little miscommunication on the back end. Incomplete. Looks like Dilper Sr. or maybe Ryan Owens was the intended receiver. 3rd and 11. Here's Patterson with 4 wide receivers. One back is Johnson. He's back to throw. Fires. Oh, nearly a catch, but it's incomplete. Jack Wall unable to hang on with the ball. It looks like Rob Adams will be on for a field goal attempt, Roberts.
Yeah, really good hit. Targeting the ball was the defender. A 52-yard field goal attempt, which I believe will be the longest one of the season so far.
Let's see if Adams has the leg. And he does! It is now 17-10 as the Classics extend the lead back out to 7.
Perfect kick, and that had like 5 yards to good or more. Would have been good from almost 60. Really good job by Canton getting some points and snatching the momentum away from Louisiana before the half, even though Louisiana still has a minute to go.
1:02 left. Revolution have all 3 timeouts in their back pocket as they will start from the 20. Adams showing off his kicking leg there if you didn't believe him on the field goal attempt. Ball 1st and 10 at the 20, Tommy, Utah. It's the I formation with Dwayne Simmons, the deep back. He's back to throw. Quick drop. Has to dump this off to the flat. Tackled for no gain on the play by Evan Lacey, the corner. And it looks like the Revs are content to just let the clock run, Roberts.
2nd down and 10. This play is going to be very telling. If they run or throw the ball short, then they're going to take this to the end of the half.
Blitz being shown by Canton. Back to throws. Utah. Fade away, throw down the field to Collier to the 40-yard line. And we get a timeout called by the Revolution following a pass downfield to the fullback, Ramos.
Yeah, now it's an opportunity for Louisiana to try to score more points before the end of the half. The wind is going to be against them, though, but they will have a chance.
9 of 12 is Utah passing so far. He's back to throw. Completes another one. This one down the middle to Brady 1 for the Revolution. Levy Lease, the tight end.
Really good clock management here, Colin. Still 1 timeout to go at the 45. And over 20 seconds still.
They have 1 timeout remaining. Middle of the field still open as a result. Utah, quick pass over the middle. Ooh! Liam Hammer unable to hang on to that one. Connor Darien knocks it down and clock is stopped with 25 seconds now.
25 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. You can still run it if you would like. At least here on 2nd down. I think they will stick with the pass, but you can surprise the defense and run it once.
25 seconds. Utah fires, complete to Da Vinci, 1st down. And they will call that last time out with just over 20 seconds. I realized we forgot to go through the Louisiana offensive line. Sergey Kazloff, Koda Kaz are the tackles. Odette Boudreaux, along with Ross Napoli are the guards. Napoli an all-star selection back in season 20. As Utah is back to throw. Has a man open down the field. Ooh, threw too long. And that'll be incomplete. Clock stopped with 17 seconds left.
Interesting to see what Louisiana's going to do here. Again, they're just outside of field goal range, I think. So I think that's the priority call, and just get about 5 yards. Think of it on 3rd down.
Probably looking toward the sideline. We go that way. Da Vinci tackled. Clock running.
Yeah, they will call a timeout with just a couple seconds left and attempt a field goal. Really good job getting away from the press coverage, turning away for the catch.
They're out of timeouts.
Oh, they're out of timeouts. My bad. Oh, that's disastrous.
Unable to get off the field goal attempt, as they strangely didn't elect to go no huddle. And the first half ends in kind of disappointing fashion if you're Louisiana. Canton in front 17-10. As we take a look at the halftime statistics and figures, what are your thoughts, Ramos?
Well, a very strong outing for both teams, actually, especially Canton in the 1st quarter, Louisiana in the 2nd quarter. In the Ramos meter, the Canton Classic still has the small edge over the Revolution, but if the 2nd quarter was any indication of how the Revs are going to play, then this is very far from over.
Halftime players, Robert Johnson, he got them out to a 14-0 lead after 1 quarter on 2 rushing touchdowns. And let's see what happens. The Revolution were driving down for a field goal attempt, but they weren't watching the clock. Welcome back to Father Hood Festival Field here in Canton, Ohio, as the Classics are set to kick off to the Louisiana Revolution. Colin Northrup and Ramos Lynn. The broadcast team, Andrew Gibson and Joshua Durr, statisticians. The kickoff by Ems is down at the 2-yard line, and De Niro returns it up to the 27. That's where Louisiana will start. We have a 1st and 10 at the Revolution 27-yard line. Cameron Collier, the fullback on the carry, only pick up about 3 on the attempt.
I didn't see much of Collier in the run game in the 1st half. Good to see him getting the ball here for a, albeit short game, but 2nd and 7.
Only
Not
3
too bad.
carries for 10 yards in the 1st half. And Sammons gets another carry, and Sammons gets blasted down. That'll be a 3rd and 4 situation for the Revolution on this first possession to start the 2nd half. Man in motion is Da Vinci as Utah throws complete. It's to Liam Hammer. 1st down at the 45.
Really nice job by Utah, standing tall in the pocket despite the blitz. We're going to take a look at this replay. A nice camera showing. Good job by the right tackle as well, making a block right at the end. And a strong throw over the middle of the field.
Joshua Durr sent on the safety blitz, but he was unable to get home. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Revolution. Utah surveying things. He sends hammer in motion to the top of your screen. Back to throw goes Utah. Down he goes for the sack. Almost immediately, but he picked up number 62, Chris Porter.
Wow. What a first step here for Porter. Again on the replay, nobody blocked him. And just completely uninterrupted to the quarterback he goes.
2nd and 13. Single set halfback off to the right side. Utah back to throw again. Cleaner pocket this time. Fires in. It's intercepted. That's Joshua Durr, the safety man. No, that's King Jamal. Returns it up to the 32.
Beautiful one-on-one coverage on the play. Staying step by step on that one. Getting the inside position. And a beautiful interception by the Classics.
Pass intended for De Niro, but instead nestled in the arms of King Jamal. Ball to the Classic 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the home team. Pitch out to Robert Johnson. Johnson has a couple blocks. And Tank Bennett makes another tackle. Picks up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. See coaches going over the strategy there on the sidelines.
Finally, Minnesota gets a score on the board in the other game. 3-0 in a defensive contest over there.
After scoring 69 points against their rival in week 1, only 3 so far for the legend, as Robert Johnson will make this a 3rd and 2 back down on the field.
Split backs formation this time. We may see another run. Let's see how many wide receivers are on the field. Just one. You can pick your choice between fullback and running back.
But they will give off to the halfback instead. Oh, broke the tackle, Diesel. And Johnson's on his way across the 40-yard line before being ushered out of bounds on the play. That'll be 1st and 10.
Man, you have to be gutted if you are the Louisiana Revolution here. They had him behind the line of scrimmage twice. Right there is the 2nd time. Good blocking on the outside by Jack Wall. And to the 39-yard line he goes.
That was Evan Arthur, the corner out there, saved what could have been a very, very long touchdown. I formation Rivera this time in front of Johnson. Here's the give off to the other halfback we see for the first time, Payne Hunter. But only picks up no yards. We get a game break from Cam Irvine. Cam, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Colin. How about this? A very low-scoring game in Alamo City, but this kick return from Hendricks, the stiff arm, and he's gone, helps Alamo City take a 7-3 lead against the Minnesota Legend in the 2nd quarter. Back to you guys.
Oh, very exciting turn of events there. Scar Patterson's pass is complete to make it a 3rd and 2.
We may see another run from Johnson here, Colin.
He's certainly been the dependable one. Patterson gives off to Johnson. The first down, Gary Clem on the tackle.
Going to be ruled short, and I will think the coaching staff will throw the challenge flag here.
And they will.
I think that's a first down, Colin.
Let's take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at goretroid.com. So as the official takes a look under the hood, Ramos, what do you see?
Well, right there with forward progress, we are not going to get another look at it. Well, we will, actually. He swims right there, and right there at the very end, I think that's a first down, Colin.
Yeah, the ball's right.
The yellow line is not official.
Oh, they said the play stands is called. Canton loses a timeout. That could come into big play later on. And the coach can't believe it.
Yeah, remember, people, the yellow line is not official. It helps, but it's not official. I think Rob Ems will come in to try a field goal. Tempting to go for it here, Colin, but, you know, if you can take a 10-point lead, you have to take it.
This will make it 20-10. Ems' kick is good. 7 plays, 38 yards. And with 5:21 to go in the third, it is now 20-10. Canton in front over Louisiana.
Really good kick again by Rob Ems, who has a going for special teams player of the week, even though the returner for Alamo City may have something to say about it.
I believe that's the first kickoff return for a touchdown we've seen in the regular season. I know there was one in the preseason that got a lot of people talking. As De Niro returns it up to the 23, and all of a sudden, Louisiana has a bit of a mountain to climb.
Yeah, back to what they were essentially in the first half. They were trailing by 14 at one point. Now they trail by 10.
Here is Utah back to throw. Fires complete down the field. That's the big tight end, John Michael Sutton, his first reception of the day. Welcome to the ball game, big guy.
JMS, the former Vulture tight end, coming here to Louisiana. Really good seam route and really good timing as well from Tommy Utah to throw the ball just in time.
That's a good play on first down. We got the one carry from Chris Grant Jr. earlier that we saw. But other than that, it's mostly been the Salmon show as he breaks a tackle and gains 4 yards. And the play will be 2nd and 6.
Plenty of time here for Louisiana, obviously. So, you can keep it on the ground. Just move the chains.
Second and 6. Utah to Salmons once again. Ooh, he stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain by a guy I know very well, number 42, Mark Gronick.
That's again a 3rd and long. Canton has been really good on 3rd and long as of late, including a King Jamal interception. They may show 4 wide receivers, Louisiana. Well, they actually show 3 only.
Both backs behind Utah. Back to throw. Utah fading away from the pressure, throws back. Oh! What a great play by Evan Lacey to break up the pass intended for Da Vinci.
Yeah, beautiful play. Another bang play. Just timely hit. And Canton will have the football again, and now Louisiana defense really needs to make a stand.
Lee on the field for a punt, and she gets it off. The return up the middle of the field by Mike Twinscrew is brought down at the 27.
Really good punt. Good return here by Twin Screw.
Classic offense. About to go back on the field with 3:46 on the clock in the third quarter of play. Here's Scar Patterson. He's completed a lot of passes to a lot of different receivers so far today. And here's another pass complete.
Oh.
This one to Jack Wall for the first down to the 40-yard line.
I mean, that's great coverage again by Hood, but as I said, it's like a center or power forward against the point guard, just getting the inside position and converting for a first down.
Third catch of the day for Wall. Pitch out to Johnson. He's tackled in the backfield for a loss by number 31, Nathan Blake.
We see Johnson's updated numbers, 23 carries, 112 yards.
He gets 58 of those yards after the first hit as Patterson back to throw. Oh, tipped in the air, incomplete.
Oh.
He's looking for Jack Wall again, and the big tight end unable to hold on to that one.
Could have been picked. Hood lost the football there. 3rd and 10, best opportunity yet for Louisiana to stop this attack.
They go 4 wide receivers against a dime defense, it would appear. Patterson back to throw. Fires down the field. Oh! It's incomplete, but there's a flag. There's a flag, and Dante Grimm looks like he definitely tackled the receiver earlier.
Yeah.
Wow, the ball's advanced all the way to the 50. Ryan Owens trying to catch the pass, but Grimm, he took him down.
Yeah. Definitely PI.
Yeah, back-breaking mistake by Louisiana for sure. The ball's now marked at midfield. Scar Patterson back to throw once again, fires down the middle of the field. Oh, we got another flag. Second play in a row.
Wow. For the longest time, Colin, this was a very clean game. And now back-to-back PIs, and I think that one is warranted as well.
Jeff Malinishin called for the penalty. He has 2 tackles so far. As we get, the ball is advanced to the 40-yard line. So that was about a 10-yard penalty from where the ball was previously. Patterson off to Johnson, and Johnson tackled down after only a pickup of 2. Available now, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today, search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL. It's really amazing what the league has been able to do, thanks to some wonderfully creative people. As Patterson this time completes it out to Jack Wall, sets up a 3rd and 2.
Really like the play calling here for the Classics. Just to make it a 3rd and very short, putting yourself in scoring position in the process. Scar Patterson, 10 for 16, 142 is not stonking stats, but has been really solid all game long.
Patterson was sacked 3 times a week ago. Has been relatively clean thanks to the guy in the backfield, Robert Johnson. Play clock under 5. They get it off to Johnson. He's tackled by Timothy Welbrook Bussey. And the Revolution get a stop, albeit a little bit later than they wanted to.
A nice blitz on that one, and they will force Canton to punt. And the reason why is because they are heavily against the wind.
Yeah, you can see the flags moving at the top of the goalpost. As this ball will be bounding down it rolled to the end zone. I thought it was going to stop at about the 2 or maybe the goal line, but it didn't.
Very unfortunate for Canton. That was a great punt. The coverage team rather couldn't get to it quick enough.
Ball comes out to the 20. It'll be 1st and 10. Cameron Collier in motion. Here's to give up to Simmons. Ooh, he got lit up like a Christmas tree, but he picked up 4 yards.
You know, Canton has really done a nice job against Salmons here in the second half. Not a lot of forward progress for the running back.
Second and 6. Pitch out to Salmons again. Has blockers. Squeezes through the hole. Picks up the 1st down and more before stepping out of bounds. 1st down, Louisiana.
I really like the blocking here for Louisiana on the outside. Collier comes across, gets a block. The tight end also gets a block, and Salmons then gets out of bounds after a big gain.
That's Lease, number 81 on the block there. Now under 30 seconds to go. Single setback is Salmons. Utah dumps it short over the middle of the hammer. It'll be 2nd and 7. As that'll most likely be the last play of the quarter. We'll see.
Yeah, has to be.
Well, folks, put your 4s, 86s, 12s, and 68s Cadillac style up in the chat, folks. Canton's in front 20-10. You're watching the Simulation Football League. Presented by APM Music on YouTube.
This presentation league is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
We start the 4th quarter. Dummy Utah under center. It'll be a handoff to Salmons, and he'll plow ahead to set up the 3rd and 4 as we start the 4th and final period. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com. As we get a critical 3rd and 4 to start the 4th quarter for the Revolution. We got Adam Banks in motion to the top of the screen. Utah back to throw. Has all day. Fires. It's a one-handed catch by Lyric Da Vinci. And that's the Nice Hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands. The only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. See the numbers for Utah, 198 on 16 of 23 passing. The only blemish is that interception. Just to get it off to Simmons, has all kinds of room, and we'll pick up 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
I like the utilization here by, from the fullback by Louisiana, especially in this side of the field.
As you see the SFL blimp Casts its shadow across the field now. Sammons gets the ball once again, picks up the first down.
Yeah, great use of the run game.
Singletary, one of the tackles on the tackle from his outside linebacker spot, along with Kevin Brackett out there. Those two guys have been pretty quiet. Here's the give up to Sammons, picks up 3 yards, and Rebs trying to grind this clock down with the two of them.
I don't think there's nothing to change here, calling on second down. Just run the football once more and see what you can get.
Second and 7, Sammons again. Found traffic clogged through the middle, but still able to push his way through. Tackle made to set up a 3rd and 2. Ace Finnick Ramos in the other game. He's 1 of 10 passing, but his team is still winning thanks to that kickoff return touchdown. Here's 3rd and 2. Give out the Sammons first down and more. They just continue to wear him down with that ground game.
Mm-hmm.
We're now under 7 minutes to go. Let's get to Sammons one more time. Stiff arm. Picks up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
I think now it's time for a change of pace and bring out the passing game one more time.
And 2 tight ends on the field. Hammer in motion to the bottom. Utah now passes tipped and incomplete. Looking for Lease on the play. Ace Singletary says, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, very tricky now, 3rd and 7. And a field goal will put you in striking distance, 1 possession game, but after all this time consumed, you will hope to end up with a touchdown.
Here's Utah back to throw. Fires! Complete. Hammer broke late. As a result, the pass hits the turf. It'll be 4th and 7.
Yeah, the receivers may have collided against each other. I don't know if that was the case, but other than that, like uncommon overthrow by Tommy Utah. They can make it a 1 possession game here, though.
And the field goal is good, so with 6:13 left, after a 14-play, 65-yard drive taking up almost 5 minutes, the Revolution cut the deficit down 20-13. There's still the senior on the return, gets tackled at the 23, and Ramos. Things are starting to get tight.
Yeah, I mean, Canton right now has to, string a long drive together. And Louisiana obviously has to make a solid stop on defense. 6 minutes still a long time, but if Canton bleeds 3-4 minutes like Louisiana just did, it could be the end of the ball game.
Here is the handoff to Johnson, picks up 3 yards to get the drive go.
Again, if you're running the football, bleeding the clock all the way if you can.
Here is Patterson back to throw. Fires off his back foot. That's almost intercepted by Jeff Melinish and sets up a 3rd and 7.
Very dangerous throw and a pivotal play here in this game. 3rd down and 7. If Louisiana can make a stand, they will have a world of time to try to tie this one up.
3rd and 7. Clock is now stopped. Man in motion is Andrew Gibson. Patterson steps and throws. It's picked off, and it's Gary Clem, the former Classic linebacker, returns it up to the Canton 31 against his former team.
Not what you want to see for the Classics, as Gary Clem steps in front of the wide receiver twin screw, and that's a route that worked very well at the beginning of the game for Canton. Really good job by Gary Clem, learning from it. And the Revs are already in scoring range.
Ball on the Classics 31-yard line. As Utah is back to throw, fires. Catch made by Hammer. Past the 20-yard line, that'll be a 1st down.
Another really nice throw here from Tommy Utah in front of the DB. And already in the red zone are the Revs.
Utah back to throw, fires down the field. Catch made by Hammer. Down at the 1-yard line, it'll be 1st and goal.
Probably also worth a challenge. Let's take a look at this replay. Very close from a touchdown here, Colin. This will be a nice angle, I think. Catches the football. I think he's half a yard shy. Good call by the refs.
Tackle made by Singletary and Jamal. We got some teeth gnashing among the Classic fans. Hammer is 1 yard away from going over the century mark as he's 7 grabs for 99 yards. Here's to give out to Chris Grant Jr. 2nd carry and he gets a touchdown, and we're an extra point away from a tie.
Exactly what you have to do if you're Louisiana. After that interception, come away with a touchdown in a game that looked, I'm not going to say out of hand, but a game that looked, really on Canton's side. Early on being 14-0 up and then 20-10 just a couple minutes ago. It's going to be a tie ball game with about 5 minutes left in the game.
4:45 stopped exactly on the clock. Snap, spot kick is good. They go 3 plays, 32 yards in 53 seconds.
And for the first time in the game, the Ramos meter is now favoring the Louisiana Revolution just slightly. But the Revs have full momentum, or, most of the momentum in this game now.
Kickoff is away, fielded at about the 2 by Dilper Sr. out the middle. Tries a spin move, but unable to get away. Tackled at the 25 with 4:41 to go. As you see, Chris Grant Jr. chopping it up on the sidelines with a teammate of his. The Classics will take over at their own 25. St. Brown the Trojan says, "Why do I have to die nearly every football game I watch?" Well, it's just the emotions that something like this can bring. Johnson picks up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
I can sympathize with him being an Aztecs coach.
Well, you guys certainly had a close go of it against Indianapolis. The Classics trying to rectify the fact that they find themselves in a tie with the 2nd and 4, Long in motion to the bottom of the screen. Sets up next to Dillapre Sr. Handoff is to Johnson, weaving his way through traffic. Robert Johnson broke a tackle, and he'll get tackled at the 40-yard line as we cross under 4 minutes to go.
Like the approach here for the Classics. Leaving the ball on the ground after that interception. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left here in this game, at least in regulation.
Robert Johnson continuing to put in the work. Pitch out. Johnson
Look out.
arms. Down the sideline he goes. He's up over the 50 to the 40, and he gets knocked out of bounds in Louisiana territory, but not before he picks up a huge chunk of yardage.
Robert Johnson coming alive here in the end of the fourth quarter. Most of the yards he got was on the first 2.5 quarters of the game. But now finally coming back and getting some big gains on this plays. Now, good pointing out, Canton now has the win on their back, so a field goal will be easier for the Classics.
I formation. One receiver each side. Johnson, 30th carry. No, that's Hunter. He'll be stopped for no gain by Militian.
Second down and 10 now. And 3 wide receivers.
Out of the eye. Robert Johnson back in. As we approach under 3 minutes to go. So the plot continues to thicken as the clock continues to wind down. Back to throw is Patterson.
Uh-oh.
Got away from one. Now he scrambles up the middle, but he lost the ball. Gary Clem recovered the ball.
Wow. So unlucky. Did he mess up the handle or was he hit? Oh, he was hit by a diving player. Melanishin. Or Melanishin, sorry. Unbelievable.
Gart Patterson fumbled at the worst possible time. Revolution take over at their own 23. Collier on the carry, his first carry in a while, picks up 4 yards. As we go to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cameron, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Colin. Alamo City in Minnesota still in an absolute dogfight. Ace Fennick hits Garrison Blue, who gets behind the linebacker for another long touchdown for Alamo City. They lead Minnesota 14-6 in the third. Back to you guys in Canton.
Well, that's a surprising update there. As the artillery score an offensive touchdown to go with their special team score. We've now reached the 2-minute warning in this game. We're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Welcome back. I'm Colin Northrup alongside Ramos Lynn, our statisticians Andrew Gibson and Joshua Durr. And Utah making some adjustments. He'll be back to throw. Fires down the field. Got a man wide open, but he dropped the ball. He had the first down, but instead he dropped the ball, Ramos.
Ah, man. That was easily about 30 yards on the play, and now the nerves are starting to come in, Colin, I think, after the fumble and then a wide open drop.
3rd and 6 with 1:57 left. Tommy Utah will have 3 wide receivers on the pattern. Going in the back, he throws it to Salmon. It hit him in the back, and it is incomplete.
Disastrous last couple of plays here for the Revs as the Canton Classics will get decent field position as well as 1:53 left. 2 straight incompletions stopping the clock.
High drama here as Lee is on to kick it away to Mike Twinscrew. Fields it at about his own 35. Broke the tackle and it's marks the ball down at the 38. What 1:45 left, and the Classics have the ball with an opportunity, perhaps, to win the ball game. Scar Patterson looking over the defense, gives off to Robert Johnson, who's been fantastic today, but is stopped only after a 1-yard gain. Look at the numbers for Gary Clem against his former team. 6 tackles and 1 interception. Here's Patterson back to throw. Fires down the field, tipped and incomplete. Gary Clem almost came away with another ball again. If not him, Nathan Blake could have had it.
Wow, tons of sloppy offense here and over the last couple of minutes of play after both teams were really good through the first 3.5 quarters.
3rd and 9. Trips to the top. Patterson back to throw. Fires down the middle. Catch made.
Beautiful.
That's the first catch of the day for Ryan Owens. And what a time for it.
Beautiful read right there by Scar Patterson. We're gonna take a look. We're not gonna take a look at any replay. It was a quick slant, pretty safe play, and comes for big gains. 54 seconds left and counting. Canton doing a really good job not calling a timeout just yet.
Here's Patterson back to throw again. Fires down the field. Oh, we're gonna get pass interference again. I think on Tank Bennett. And it is number 27 called for DPI on the play.
Really tough break here for the Revs. Canton about 10 yards away from scoring position.
Ball is on just short of the 45, just past the 45, short of the 40. Mike Twinscrew in motion. Patterson will give it off to Johnson. He's stuck behind his offensive line and lost a yard. And you can tell he's frustrated with himself. Interesting strategy from the Classics. They're just letting the clock wind down. It's Patterson now back to throw. Fires.
Oh my God.
The flag. We got a pass interference call, and this time it's on Dante Grum again. His second of the ball game, moves it to the Louisiana 36.
Now shotgun formation.
First time we've seen this all day from either team.
Yeah.
Trips to the bottom. Patterson back to throw.
Uh-oh.
He ran out of time and Neil Rivers got to him. Now they call a timeout with 16 seconds left.
My God. I mean, great coverage by Louisiana, but you got to get rid of the ball.
Oh my goodness. Tension continues to be ratcheted up by a factor of 100.
They need 10 yards.
Wall in motion to the bottom. Patterson, quick drop. Going to the sideline, diving catch made. They're not going to call a timeout just yet. They're going to spike it with 5 seconds left. What are they going to do here?
I will kick the field goal, Colin. I mean, the wind is on their back. And the field goal that we saw from 52 would have been good from like 58, but the offense is going to stay on the field.
Oh, boy. Back to throw Patterson. Down the field, tipped. Incomplete. There is no time. And it looks like we have our first overtime game of season 21 upon us. Dante Grimm tipped that away, incomplete.
Well, that sack was the difference here in this drive.
We're tied at 20.
Oh.
And we took a long, winding road to get here, but here we go, Ramos, with their first overtime game of season 21.
Yep. No ties in the SFL. We'll continue until somebody scores. And it's sudden death. First to score wins.
Canton won the toss. They'll obviously receive. Otis Boudreau to kick off to Aldil Presenia. From the 5. Aldil Presenia up the middle. Nice juke. And burrowing his way to the 37-yard line.
Great return.
Wide receiver.
Beautiful return. Now Canton just needs about 35 or so yards. Make it 40 yards. Again, field goal wins the game.
We had in the first overtime. Ball on the Canton 37. Ryan Owens in motion to the top of the screen. Play clock at 5. Patterson to throw down the middle. Jack Wall with the catch at the 45.
Another great Gar Patterson throw to his tight end. We're going to see on the replays just a seam route again. Cover 3 for the Revs. Tank Bennett not there in time. 2 receivers on the same area, but Jack Wall, the intended receiver.
What a throw by Patterson, who has been dealing today. Look at that distribution. Under 5 pass yards down the middle. That's been his bread and butter. Back to throw he is once again. Down. Complete for the first down. The Mike Twin Screw. His second catch.
Okay, now Canton has to stay patient here, Colin. Involve your running game one more time. Put yourself in scoring position and just take care of the football.
Combo tackle made by Tank Bennett and one other Revolution defender. Fullback in motion. Here's the give to Johnson. Johnson up the middle. He's past the 30. 2 yards short of sticks. That'll be an 8-yard gain.
Yep. I will run it one more time and kick on the next play, regardless of circumstance. Whether you get a first down or you get stopped at the line, I will kick it on the very next play.
Adam Chance, part of the offensive line that's paved the way for that man, Robert Johnson, 166 yards on 33 carries. He gets it here on the pitch, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage by number 59, Chuck Diesel.
Yeah, good play getting the ball to the right hash for the right-footed kicker. Let's see if they attempt a field goal now. No, they will keep the offense on the field. I will have to think it's in a conservative way, though.
I formation. Patterson. Off to Johnson. First down and more to the 20. Pass past the 20-yard line. And that should just about do it.
You know, and that's why you stay with the ground all game long. Now the Revolution defense definitely throughout this overtime has been absolutely gassed.
Rob Ames on for the 35-yard attempt at a first down kick for the win. Good. Canton wins 23-20 in overtime.
Wow. Sensational drive for the Classics at the end. Louisiana with a couple of great comebacks, one down 14-0, the other one down 20-10. But at the end of the day, the Classics come away with a victory here at home.
What a ball game by both of these teams today as the Classics pick up their first win of the new season, 23-20 over the Louisiana Revolution. As we take a look at the statistics, Ramos, what do you see that stands out the most?
Just how even everything is. You know, first downs 2018 in favor of Louisiana, total yards 365 to 344 in favor of Canton. When you look at third down conversions, both around 50%. You know, turnovers, Canton with a couple, but at the end of the day, I think the Classics did look like the stronger team throughout.
You know what number stands out to me is Louisiana had 19 minutes of time possession. Canton had over 30.
Yeah.
Both quarterbacks were really good. Robert Johnson, avid day, big fella.
Yeah, 35 carries, 177 yards. Also got in the end zone.
Liam Hammer.
Yep.
Led all receivers with 99 receiving yards. Tank Bennett with 9 tackles today. Mark Bronick led Canton with 7.
Couple sacks, one for each team.
Dante Grimm with 2 passes defended. Gary Clem with the pick, as well as King Jamal for Canton. For those of us at the Simulation Football League, thanks to our statisticians, Andrew Gibson and Joshua Durr. For Ramos Linnick, I've been Colin Northup. Our executive producer has been Cameron Irvine. Thank you so much, folks. This has been an exciting matchup here. Canton wins in overtime, 23-20. Both teams move to 1-1 on the year.
Thank you.